Hello, I'm Maddy and I believe that it is our challenges and how we handle them that defines our light. In Chinese culture, there is a symbol called the yin and the yang. You may have seen it. It is a circle with two intertwined sides, one white and one black. But within each side, there is a circle of the opposite color. This symbol represents the balance of life and also reminds us that light cannot exist without darkness, and darkness will always have a bit of light. Both light and dark are present in our lives, but it is how we deal with the dark that defines us. Darkness is a thing that haunts us all. It's the voice in our heads that makes us question our actions and shatters our confidence. It could be anything: fear, worry, grief, uncertainty. It puts challenges in front of us and forces us to respond. It may drive us to make decisions that we would regret later on. It can make us lose sight of our light. The idea of a battle between light and dark can seem really big, but in reality, these forces can affect us in small, everyday ways. You might be feeling the darkness right now, the worry, the fear, the uncertainty. Sometimes the light surrounds us and drives back the dark, and sometimes darkness comes at us with no warning. My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer during the January of my 5th grade. My brother was 8.5 and my sister was 3. I was 10.5 and I was terrified. I had heard stories of cancer, stories that scared me and made me think that my mom was going to die. That day, she sat us down at the couch. She looked us in the eye and told us she had something to tell us. I was a little confused and slightly dreading what would come next. And when she spoke those words, I started bawling before my mom could finish her sentence. Despite her reassurances that she was going to be okay, I was still doubtful. I was constantly thinking of what might come next as a result of her cancer. If she got cancer, would I? Would she ever recover? What if this thing she told me, chemo, didn't work? What if she got more sick? These were questions I asked myself as I made my way through the rest of the year in 5th grade. But I had my sister and my brother to take care of, and if my mom wasn't going to be around as much because of her treatment, I knew I had to step up and help my dad as much as I could as the eldest. I did not like being the responsible one. It was hard and tiring and sometimes boring. I would get constantly interrupted by Payne or Emmy wanting something, and it would frustrate me. But if my mother could be brave while her still studying chemo, then I thought I could too. Fortunately, after these few years, my mom was better. She still has scars, physical reminders of the darkness our family had to go through. But she's rebounded, and she's once again the happy and healthy mother I once took for granted. I didn't realize it until much later, but she was living and brave throughout her entire treatment, not just for herself, but for me, Payne, and Emmy. She inspired me to try and be brave, loving and caring towards my siblings, even when I was also afraid or they annoyed me. We can't discover the full extent of our light until we find ourselves in the darkness. Some of the time, we will put ourselves in challenging situations in order to learn how to shine. But not all the challenges we will face will be ones that we choose. Sometimes the darkness appears out of nowhere, like my mom's cancer, and threatens to swallow us up. Facing darkness makes you shine brighter because light has no meaning without darkness. In the scripture read by Olivia for us today, we learn of the light that darkness cannot overcome. We can be that light. And once we create and become the light, we don't have to be afraid anymore. We know that the light is our own, and it will light our way when we need it most. Our light came into being because of our own solutions to our problems. When we hold the light, the darkness is tamed, controlled, overcome. But it's hard and easier said than done. I'm not going to lie to you on that one. Every day could have challenges. Making our own light doesn't come with a swish of a magic wand or a wish on a shooting star. We have to work for it. If we don't, then we'll fade into the dark. And if we follow that path into the darkness, we might never find our way back. We are lucky that here at St. Matthew's, we have a safe and supportive community where we get lots of encouragement to find our own light. but eventually we will all graduate and leave here. We will journey to new places where we may not feel as safe and supported. We will face many situations where we have to make a choice. If you could stand up for someone, even a stranger, do you take the chance? Do we sink into the shadows, or do we let our light be known? Every part of life contains both darkness and light. There are challenges everywhere, little and big, expected and unexpected, accidental and purposeful. But how we push through our challenges, and whether we let them defeat us or embrace them as chances to build our character, that defines how bright our light is going to be. That becomes our light. And this is what I believe. Thank you.